Y'all in the starting the sun is setting in the star. Everyone is waving at the...
What up, YouTube? Ed WeskerGriff coming back with a mail day recap video. Got a couple real cheap pickups to show off for the collection. Nothing bank breaking, so all really cool pickups. And like I said, they did not cost a lot of money. So there's still multitudes of ways to enjoy this hobby, and I really stress that to anyone watching the video. You don't need to pick up some insanely expensive card or show off some insanely expensive, bank breaking card to show off on whatever social media site you have. Whatever you get in, show off your passion, show off your enjoyment of the hobby. And there's so many ways to enjoy this hobby. It doesn't have to be something that breaks the bank. So I'm going to show you off a couple cards that I think are really awesome, and I think the most I spent on each individual card was under 20 bucks. So tons of ways to enjoy the hobby, even though things are getting a little crazy in the real world, especially with the inflation and the rise of food and the rise of gas. So you might not have as much money to spend, might not have enough hobby dollars, but I'm telling you, if you look on the secondary sites, if you look on the secondary market, there's always going to be some good deals to be had. So just gotta look, and just remember, you don't have to show off something insanely expensive. That's not the point. But the National's quickly approaching, less than 100 days away. I know there's been a lot of conversation recently here on YouTube about the National, and I'm really looking forward to it. Atlantic City is going to be a lot of fun, although I do think that this year, and again, why does this always happen when it's in Atlantic City, but it might be a strange National, because I don't know, with the way that travel's going, if a lot of people are going to be flying in from the Midwest and or the West Coast as they normally would for a National, with just how crazy things are. But I do think it's going to be an incredible time. If you live within the immediate area here on the East Coast and you have a way to get here, I highly suggest going, because the National is unlike any card show or any event in the hobby that you can go to. It's a must, and it's going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be a lot of us from the community there, and I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be a great time, so get amongst it. But let's get into these pickups. So the first one here is my first ever new CSG slab. This is the new label that they're using, so it's my first look at it, and do like the new label. I should preface that by saying I like the green label as well. I was a fan of the old label, but I understood why a lot of people didn't like it, and they did get a lot of backlash for it, so they decided to rebrand, and the new rebranding looks fine to me. But this is from 2022 Topps. This is the 87 Silver Pack Blue. Got this Mint 9 of Juan Soto. So the blue 87 Silver Pack, and these are numbered out of 150. I think the insane thing was I got this for cheaper in a CSG 9 than this card sells for raw. Picked this up for 15, 16 bucks. So just really stupidly cheap. Yes, this is cheaper than the raw version, so that's kind of crazy to me, but just goes to show, like, you want to get it already slabbed or you want to pay raw. So I never understand why that is. I don't understand why, if the card's already slabbed and it's a 9 or higher, that it's less money than a raw copy. I just don't get that. But hey, I'm not complaining. That's beneficial to me, so was able to add another Soto to the collection. Next, a lot of conversation about this particular player. I see tons of fear with people who maybe have a lot of his Bowman Chrome autographs, or speculated a lot of money into this particular player. They're really panicking on this guy, but was able to add both of these cards for $15 a piece, which I think is downright insanely cheap. These are from the cherished the controversial BB21 set, but these are the BB21 Bobby Witt Jr. refractors. So I was able to pick these up for 15 a piece, which I think is just really, really cheap considering what it costs to break a box of this, and considering, you know, how many refractors you get per box. I mean, that Bobby Witt Jr. is definitely one of the names you want to get in this product. So 15 a piece, that just seems downright criminal to me on how cheap that is. But pick both of these up. I have him on my one fantasy squad. I've been pleasantly pleased actually with what he's been doing. I think some speculators within the hobby thought he was going to come up and hit 400 and maybe steal 100 bags by June, and that's just not possible, not feasible. That's not based within the realm of reality. So yeah, he's a young player who's been struggling, but he's been showing me signs. You know, he had a pretty lengthy hit streak there. I think he had an 8-game hit streak, and he's been stealing and he's been hitting home runs. So I've been pleasantly surprised with him, despite all the fear mongering going on social media. But it's a long season. Buckle your seatbelt, see what happens, watch the games, formulate an opinion, rinse and repeat. So there we go. Next, we got from Topps Chrome Star Wars non-sports pickup. Was able to add this for $15, which is kind of crazy because ever since the pandemic, or kind of the non-sports boom, and yes, there's been a non-sports boom if you haven't been paying attention, but Star Wars in particular has just gotten really ridiculous, especially for the autograph cards. A lot of key people are just downright insane now compared to what it was 2, 3, 4 years ago. But this guy had, I don't know if it's because of ignorance or I don't know what it is. His cards are dirt cheap, and was able to pick this up for $15. This guy is insanely influential to cinema, not only Star Wars, but cinema as a whole. This is Ben Burt, who is the soundman. He came up with all the sounds of Star Wars, all those essential sounds, all those iconic sounds from the franchise. You know, the ignition of the lightsaber, the sound of the speeders, the sound of the TIE fighter siren, the X-Wings, the blasters. This guy came up with it. The Imperial Walkers, the sound. Every sound you hear in Star Wars, this man had a hand in creating. And he had a small cameo in Return of the Jedi, which is why he has an autograph card. Captain Dyer, he's the one in the shield generator who Harrison Ford, Han Solo, knocks off the balcony. But Ben Burt, just look up his credentials, look up what he has done, especially with Pixar too. This guy is just so many iconic sounds from people's childhoods, and you know, sometimes the music and the sound make the movie. Can you imagine Star Wars without that orchestra, without that sound, or without the sound of the lightsaber, or without any of those iconic sounds? I don't know if it would be the same. So the man gets no respect. He should definitely get a lot more respect for what he has contributed to Star Wars, but also what he has contributed to pop culture and cinema. So Ben Burt. And last but not least, pick this up for the non-sports collection as well. Another GoldenEye pickup. This is a super short print case hit from Upper Deck, James Bond, Villain and Henchman. This is the photo variation of Sean Bean, Alec Trevelyan. So kind of an acetate feel there to the card. This was up there for $25 on eBay. Sent an offer for $10, and the seller accepted. So added that into the collection. I'll put that in the Z Folio. Cool looking photo. But that's all I got for you guys. So I hope everyone out there is doing well. Again, whatever you get in, whatever cards you are buying, whatever you're buying from a card show, whatever you're buying off eBay, if you make videos, show off those cards, monetary value should not dictate what you show on your channel. I've been seeing a lot of conversation about that on social media. Some people saying, well, I haven't gotten anything in, just low-end stuff. Listen, it doesn't matter. If you're a collector, if you're into the hobby, if you're into cards, don't let monetary value dictate what you show off on social media. Be proud of what you're buying, show it off, and share your passion within this community. So that's all I got to say about that. Have fun, guys, and remember, have fun. It's that simple. Peace. Take care.